Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am especially honored to rise today to present the third reading of my first private member's bill, Bill 163, an act to proclaim Food Day Ontario, Food Day Canada in Ontario. The short title of this act is the Food Day Canada in Ontario in honor of Anita Stewart Act 2021. I had the opportunity to present the second reading of Bill 163 last year on February 20th here in this House. Speaker, at that time, I was surrounded by the enthusiastic supporters, excited colleagues and staff, and distinguished guests in the gallery. I did not then imagine that I would be delivering the third reading during a pandemic. The public gallery empty, and most notable, without a presence of the most iconic person whose passion for food and its importance was the original inspiration of this bill, Dr. Anita Stewart. Speaker, today is a bittersweet occasion. Like you and many other people in Ontario and all across Canada, and indeed many people all over the world who admired Dr. Anita Stewart's substantial life's mission. I felt deeply saddened by the news that Dr. Anita Stewart has passed away in October of 2020. Speaker, I ask that we honor her memory and reflect on the remarkable life and work of such a vocal food champion and exceptional agricultural and culinary advocate, and unforgettable and outstanding agri-food visionary, Dr. Anita Stewart. To her proud family, sons Jeb, Brett, Mark, and Paul, their partners, and her many grandchildren, and to all those who knew and loved Dr. Stewart, we extend to each of you our heartfelt sympathies for our immense loss, along with our profound gratitude for your limitless support of this bill, and especially for hers. Speaker, we hope to continue to honor and build on the strong foundation of Dr. Stewart's legacy through the passing of this bill, by rising to the challenges to make food a priority and support the growth and production of local, fresh, homegrown food. Speaker, the pandemic has reinforced many of the lessons that Dr. Stewart taught us. Now, we must commit our research and resources to discovering, protecting, and promoting a safe, sustainable food landscape across the province. We have learned swiftly that uninterrupted food production and distribution is priority in our province, particularly in the challenging times. We thanks the essential workers whose collective efforts are extraordinary throughout the pandemic as they work hard to safeguard and secure our food supply. Speaker, Ontario has an abundance of food options from which to choose, from farms to table. No matter the circumstance, we must ensure that the abundance of the food continues to grow and flows through our supply chain uncompromised. Speaker, with the creation of the Agri-Food Prevention and Control Innovation Program, our government has wisely invested $25.5 million in funding over 3 years to help minimize and mitigate COVID-19 exposure risk in the workplace and to help strengthen and support the province's food supply chain. Speaker, by supporting projects and programs to sustain Ontario agri-food supply chain and by proactively addressing and responding to challenges such as the COVID-19 pandemic, along with other vibrant variables such as weather events and market conditions. Our government is committed to ensuring food safety and security for the sake of all Ontarians. Speaker, if passed, Bill 163 will designate Food Day Canada in Ontario in honor of Anita Stewart Act 2021 in our province. It offers us the opportunity to supplement the efforts made by agri-food and culinary contributors. It will add to our post-COVID-19 recovery strategy. It will also help counteract the harmful impact of COVID-19 on essential food industries through a campaign to promote the benefits of Ontario's local food bounty. It will encourage the public to focus on fresh local food sources. Speaker, food is the centerpiece of the celebrations. The feature at Families Gathering, where recipes are shared and passed down through generations. Speaker, food connects us. The Ontario Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs invests approximately $75 million annually in research. In partnership with the University of Guelph, the ministry welcomed the opportunity to champion the Ontario Agri-Food Innovation Alliance, which supports development and the competitive enterprise among Ontario's agri-food industries, creates good jobs and career opportunities, and fortifies Ontario's reputation as a world-respected leader in agri-food research, innovation, and education. Speaker, we all recognize the Foodland Ontario logo, which helps to boost public awareness while celebrating local food options. When given a choice, I invite consumers to make Ontario food their first choice. Madam Speaker, Ontario's agriculture, agri-food, and culinary tourism sector add a powerful fuel to the fire of Ontario's robust economic engine. They will also play a prominent role in our post-pandemic economic performance. Madam Speaker, our government is proud of our 5 core commitments, which includes protecting jobs and creating new ones. Even in the midst of the historic pandemic, with its widespread challenges and change, we have adapted to support workers and create and protect jobs in industries all over the province. Speaker, in Ontario, we have everything we need to succeed. Our culinary culture is the cream of the crop, and Ontario food and cuisine are among the best in all of Canada. As our government works to protect and preserve our prized natural environment, Ontario's grain belt and large farmlands, we know that our province commitment to the environment as a whole is critical to sustaining our ability to produce local, homegrown food, fruit, vegetable, dairy, poultry, and meat. Speaker, we are also mindful of the impact of fruit miles on the environment, and by our efforts to promote the value of local Ontario-made food, we make strides to reducing the environment impact in our province. Fruit import often travel 3,000 kilometers from farms to table, even though we have the wealth of homegrown local food to choose from in Ontario's own backyard. Speaker, as the premier champion of local fruits and persuasive and worthy ambassador for our meat, poultry, dairy, fruit, and vegetable farms, and our gardeners, food researchers, and chefs. It is an honor to me to recognize Dr. Stewart's commendable contributions as an integral partner and advisor and fierce friend of the environment. She was determined to bring to life this proposed legislation, Bill 163. Dr. Stewart believed that this bill will provide the ideal platform for Ontario to launch a campaign of progress to promote the importance of agri-food and culinary art and culinary tourism industry. I share her determination and belief. Bill 163 invites us all to take up the torch to become Ontario's agri-food and culinary tourism ambassadors. Bill 163 will also raise awareness and inspire appreciation of Ontario's dynamic food presence in the world. Speaker, with a colorful selection of fruits on offer, Ontarians are invited to experience a taste of world with Canadian bacon, Indigenous great trout, Caribbean curry, Chinese dumplings, Italian pasta, Thai coconut soup, Irish stew, French Canadian pudding, Ontario blueberries, Vietnamese noodle soup, Korean kimchi, Indian samosa, Japanese sushi, and halal and coarse fruits, and the list goes on and on. We can virtually visit with people and priests from all over the globe, and all without having to travel outside of the province. Speaker, the COVID-19 crisis has brought with it renewed appreciation for the sovereignty, substance, and true value of local food and the importance of its availability. Along with its renewed appreciation comes with it our gratitude to the farmers and restaurants, migrant workers, food processors, truck drivers, chefs, and the grocers, and to everyone involved in the agri-food and the culinary industry as they work hard to ensure that our food supply is stable and uninterrupted. Speaker, Bill 163 will satisfy the public appetite for a celebration of Ontario's food industries as it helps to promote not just only local fruits, but the farmers, growers, and the chefs who dedicate their lives to creating appetizing, nutritious fruits. They impress us daily with their achievement in food growing, presentation, and promotion. Ontario invites people to choose a career in this vital field of the endeavors. Speaker, in the latest report by the Ontario Chamber of Commerce entitled Growing a More Resilient Food Supply Chain in Ontario, Kathy Lincoln, General Manager of Ontario Federation of Agriculture, comments, quote, "The agri-food sector contributes over $47 billion to the annual GDP and support over 860,000 jobs across the province. The pandemic has awakened Ontario's interest in the local food and increased their appreciation for farmers," end quote. Madam Speaker, the agri-food and the culinary and food tourism industry in Ontario will continue to be essential to our economic recovery post-pandemic as we rebound and recover. It is crucial that we continue to pay attention to these sectors and all the people who contribute to our economic well-being and our health. With their expertise, energy, and enthusiasm, they earned our special attention and they deserve it. Speaker, when we sit down to eat our next meal, I ask us all, thinking about where our food came from. Let's all remember to honor our homegrown food and local agri-food and culinary resources, and especially the people who work so hard to provide us with the necessary ingredients to enhance our quality of life. Dr. Anita Stewart was an outstanding agri-food culture visionary in her field. I ask you to support this bill as her life works continue to inspire us all to keep growing strong together in Ontario. Speaker, I would like to thank Minister McLeod, Associate Minister Zakaria, and the member of GRUB, MPP Mike Schneider, for your confidence in Bill 163 and for your support. Madam Speaker, today I stand in the Dr. Stewart formidable shadow and ask you to stand with me to create the right environment for an agri-food and culinary cuisine movement to take root and to flourish. We need to increase the profile of local, fresh, homegrown food in the province for the sustainable, good, healthy, and enjoyment of all Ontarians. Please support Bill 163, Food Day Canada in Ontario Act. In short title is Food Day Canada in Ontario, in honor of Anita Stewart Act 2021. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.